Marvin Harrison Jr. So coming out of the Ohio State University, the school you love. Gosh, I mean, 6'4", 205. I know we'll get the measurements officially later, but I mean, we're talking about generational talent. But I'm giving you the floor on this one because I know he's the one you've watched as much. What are you so excited about him at the next level?
His ability to work intermediate to deep is where he really stands out, in his ability to create separation in vertical routes and create separation downfield. He's a really easy separator. He's very technical wide receiver, and that really stands out. I mean, you watch him play, and my joke is that this is a player that has been around NFL wide receivers his entire life because, well, he has been, because his dad is one. So, and there are so many plays on his highlight reel where you'll see, you watch a lot of football. I watch a lot of football. There are certain things that you see on a field that, okay, well, that quarterback threw that ball away. Like, I've seen that a million times. He threw that ball away, but then, like, wait a minute, like, how he caught it, like, how did he do, like, he got a foot down, like, wait, how did this happen? Like, and it's as you watch players, there's these just few rare players that have that ability in your mind to do things that are just so far outside of what you normally see happen. And so Marvin Harrison Jr. has that ability. He's exceptional body control, and so the ability to work the sidelines, the ability to work vertical, the ability to work in the intermediate game. I think he's maybe still developing a little bit in the quick game. I don't know that he can create with the ball in his hands, but he's not, I mean, he's definitely not going to be like a Tank Dell or somebody like that, where he just kind of one of these water bug guys that does that, or even like a Rashee Rice that brings the power behind it. I don't know that he's all the way there, and I don't know that you want to use him in those areas because the value that he can create downfield or in the intermediate game.
And isn't it like, he's so tall and he's such a long strider. Doesn't it seem like how it doesn't look like he's running that fast, but all you do is see him running away from defenders. And that to me is just, there's such an effortlessness to the way he plays. I think it's, okay. I'm not going to ask you this about everybody because I know you comped them to Larry Fitzgerald, but do you have a dream spot that you want him to land? Knowing that he's not going to last very long.
I mean, realistically, probably Arizona is the nicest one. Yeah. I mean, I think that's probably the realistic spot, but to be able to go in there and depending on what happens with Hollywood Brown and free agency, to step in with Kyler Murray at quarterback and to feel good about the quarterback that you have there, having Trey McBride to be able to play off him as well. And so I think that's probably the most realistic, best landing spot relative to whatever else could be on the board. I mean, we talk about the Chargers, and they're certainly going to have Justin Herbert there, but I mean, I'm a little bit concerned about the volume, frankly, of the passing game relative to what we've seen Jim Harbaugh as coach. Whereas I think with Kyler Murray, it's going to be there, and that gives you a high-end quarterback to be able to play with. I mean, there's maybe a pie in the sky scenario where the Bears take Caleb Williams and then they are able to maneuver their way back up to grab Marvin Harrison Jr. too, and to be able to pair Caleb Williams and Marvin Harrison Jr. together would be quite a bit of fun. But really just making sure that he lands with a quarterback that can give him that high upside is what my hope. Like I don't want him in division, but I don't want him in New England just because what's that quarterback situation going to look like if they were to decide to draft him with the third pick and then explore quarterback later in the draft or look at other avenues? I would not love that.
Yeah, you, me, and Matt Harmon, he's like, he does not want to see him in New England. So please, no, just get him with a quarterback. Now, I think you put in the prospect guide. He's the 102 in Superflex, right?
In Superflex, I believe so, and I think some of that. Maybe a little bit of uncertainty around Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels is a player that could potentially push him to move down if we've loved the landing spot that he lands in. But yeah, I think that when you look at the safety at the position, and I think that's one of the big things that, I mean, I personally learned that when you flash back to 2 years ago, I did a couple rookie drafts before the draft, and I was particularly high on Malik Willis, but I felt very good about Garrett Wilson being an NFL player. And so I think especially when you're looking early, just be safe, like early, as safe as you possibly can be early in your rookie drafts. And that's really what Marvin Harrison Jr. delivers. He delivers that safety in an early pick. And so to be able to take him at the 102, to feel good about that, it's one of those, it's a delicate balance between swinging for the upside, swinging for positional value and super flex at a quarterback position relative to just, I can plug this guy in and I know he's going to be a wide receiver one on my dynasty roster for the next 10, 12, 15 years or whatnot.